I was very close to give up, saying, going back to my home country, that's it, had enough. It's not obvious that if you were successful in one country, that you would be successful in a second, third, fourth country. These were the 2.5 best years in my career. The fact that I'm in Australia is an outcome of a story of success. So I was successful somewhere else. You expect, to go and do the same thing for the second time, to be successful the second time. But you need to know how to translate that when you move to translate into a success in a new country. The first time you come to Australia and meet with you, the Australian, you get a very good and positive impression. Then you realize that you are slightly different than what you see the first time. The first time you're seen like very receptive, very welcoming, embracing newcomers, ready to help, to assist, to support. But that's not the case. I think that's the warm welcome for tourists. But if you plan to stay here for longer, then I would say 2, 3, 4 weeks, then you should get the other version, which is the version of getting to know the Australian better and start to prove yourself. Australians don't take for granted who you are. They want to see who you are, to see how you do things, to get a feel of you. So what's your style? You have to prove yourself to the Australian. I had to go back and reperform and prove myself to my team, and only then to get the blessing. That okay, you got a certificate. You can now start and take the lead and lead us, which is quite an interesting process. Each and every country has a different culture, but I think that you can anticipate. If you read, if you listen, if you do some homework, you can try and anticipate how it would be, and then I would definitely recommend on getting the right intervention. You have to do lots of changes in your leadership style, in your management style, in the way you work, in your. It's sometimes it's not changing things too significantly. Sometimes again it's just those minor changes that you have to do or to consider, but you must think about those things. And again, coming from outside, it's very difficult to do that by yourself. You need someone from the inside, an insider that can help you, that can guide you, that can show you the way, the right way. Because you don't have a second chance for first impression. And if you go and you're not doing the right things at the beginning, it takes long to go and fix that. And instead of taking 3 to 6 months, it can take up to a year. It can't take longer. If it's longer, then you would lose your job. It's fine-tuning in terms of how you can do things better. And sometimes, it's just changing your leadership style. Sometimes it's just adding few words. Sometimes it's just changing your body language. Sometimes, it's just learning something very simple or stupid like rugby, and to just add it to your opening when you open a discussion or opening a talk in the workplace. Rugby league, rugby union, AFL. You have to understand what's the difference between those 3 different sports and to understand the rule. And end of the day, you have to like this sport. So to be honest, I don't really like rugby. I don't really like cricket, and it is difficult because you have to understand and to know what it's all about. Because when you are spending time with people, and you are not at the work environment or the work format. So when you move to the casual format, then you have to speak about those things, about sports, about barbecue, about going bushwalking, about what else, about all the beautiful places in Australia, about what have you been doing during the weekend, and those questions, sometimes there is no expectation for you to answer. So I'm leaving Australia, and I can say it this way: one of the best 3.5 years in my career, and I can say that was definitely successful.
Who won the Rugby League Grand Final this year?
Can we talk about the weather?